All right, good morning, traders. Hope everybody had a nice holiday weekend. Start taking some stuff off there. That sold off pretty hard. NXRP's up. I don't like the daily chart. ISPC, what do they got? Raise some money on some common offerings, whatever. It's got to break 17 if it's going to move anymore. We got pretty strong resistance, and you can see it even back through here at 17 is super strong. So it's a little concerning. Let's see what else is going on. First, let's check the SPY. And the SPY downtrending at the moment. Had a rebound in pre-market and after hours, but not able to do much. Opened up right below that 10-day. So we may be going red. It's mixed. We'll see. Kind of too early to tell. So that's a $90 stock. I'm not trading that. PTPI. It's under 5. I don't know if I want to even look at it. Keep it on the watch list. STRN, that one's under the 200-day. ATNF under the 200-day. BRD. There's a merger deal that expired. I don't like that at all. INN under the 200-day, APDN under the 200 days. So there is nothing that I like so far on this scanner. Nope. Maybe ISPC is trying to come up to that fifth. Let's see. Let me look at this on the 15-day or 15-minute. I'm gonna start building a position here. I'm gonna grab 10. My problem is even if we break 17, we have resistance at 18 and then 19. So pretty much from 17 to 20 is going to be all resistance. I'm just going to start out with that 10 shares though for now. This thing is, I just don't see anything else. Maybe LGVN. It's got to break this downtrend, so basically break of 35 that could possibly move. I'm going to add 10 more here as we're moving up to that 17 area. So I'm in at 20 shares, 625. We just have this little uptrend right here, this little triangle that's forming. If it could drop back down just a little bit more to that 1658, although it may not. I may add 10. I'm gonna add 10 more here, so I'm gonna go 30 and see if this thing can break out. And we're testing 17. Woo, right through 17 like it was nothing. See, running the low resistance at 7, fit right through 750. It looks like we may be getting halted. Yeah, baby, come on. Make sure I don't want to say there it goes. Okay, it's halted for sure. Beautiful, beautiful little triangle breakout pattern. Nothing else going on, so hey, this is what we do. Good morning, Lauren. You're getting ads again, Lauren? What is going on? I check my settings. If YouTube is showing ads on my live stream, they're doing it against my will, and I'm not getting paid for it. So YouTube being sneaky. I have to, call up the headquarters of Google and snitch on YouTube. Let's see. PTPI is done, Mike B. Probably. That's why I try not to trade anything under $5 anymore because they just don't do anything. Like if they rip, they might rip, like 50 cents or something, but getting dollar rips out of these higher price stocks in that 6 to 25 range, you're going to get some plays that rip dollars right like this. So Amazon is banning UK Visa payments? That's odd. Why are they doing that? Do you have the article on that? A lot of resistance on PTPI as well, right across here, but basically $4. $4 is strong resistance. Now, if it could break 4, it could continue to run. It is above all the EMAs. Let's see what other resistance we have on this. Yeah, 4 is major resistance, and then 450, some resistance, and 5. So I mean, you've got 50, 450. Well, first it's got to break 4 and hold 4 as support. Then it's got to test and break 450, and then it's going to run into 5. So we may be able to get 50 cents to $1 out of this possibly. What are the news? There's no news though, no catalyst, no news. So that's a little bit concerning. ISPC has been running, so we know. So what I want to see here on this gap, or out of this halt, is this gap to fill right here. I want to see it shoot straight up out of this halt, or even gap up out of this halt to about 1850, because 1850 is some resistance as well, and then we'll see if it can push on up to 20 baht. It's hard to tell. I'm going to be ready to lock out profits because it is the last day of the month, even though it is Monday. So I'm trying to start this day off this week green. Finish my green streak from last week. We'll see here. Should be getting close to unhalting here. Yeah, thank you, Lauren. But yeah, just go subscribe to the crypto channel. There's that news thing. I'm going to pull that news stream up. You were watching another guy that said something about not enough stocks to buy or sell and wouldn't break out. I don't know what that guy's talking about. I mean, there's always something. There's always something. Even in the choppiest markets, there's something you can get a little bit of profit off of. I don't know. I mean, it's the start of a new week here and start of a new month, basically. So, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen yet today. That hot week we had last week, for it to be a holiday week, was really hot. That could transfer over. I mean, PTPI is breaking 4, up 95%. There's definitely some rippers. I mean, we got KRYS. That's up 120%. A lot higher price stock, but there's definitely things ripping. Good morning, Donnell. Okay, we're out up to the 18 area. Let's see, we're still pushing over the 1850. 19, we're testing 19. Got a little rejection there. I'm going to lock out 10 of it. I got 20 left here. See if we can run any more. Woo, not that many. See if we can break 19 here. Ooh, looks like we may break 19. Let's test. There we go. Right up over 19. So still struggling a little bit with 19. And I may be getting ready to lock this out. Let me go into a 1 minute here. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, over 19. 19 hold here. 19 try and hold. I'm locking it out. Oh, I didn't lock it out. What happened? Why did that not sell? I must not hit it hard enough. Got that rejection at 19. Damn, I was trying to lock it out at that 75 area. Let's see if it gets a... There it goes. Start to pop back up. Oh, let me go into the 15 minute here so I can see what's going on here too. So actually missing that missing that sell button's actually may work into my favor here. Because it is starting to push again. It's starting to hold 19 as support. If this candle starts pushing green, we're going to see this up to 20. See, I was at 1950 resistance still holding. See if that 1950 can break. See, if this candle starts turning red on this 1 minute, then we're going to sell off a little bit more. Come on. The fact that it's holding above 19, it's really, there it goes. Just through a little wick above 1950, but needs to get back up there. 19 cracks, I am going to take it again. Okay. As long as 19 is holding, I'm going to keep holding. It's 19 cracks, then that's it. Not holding anymore. Come up to that 1950 again. The fact we haven't dropped yet after that halt is a strong sign that this is going to try to continue here. And there's the break at 19. Oh, all the way up over 20. Beautiful. I'm going to take another 10 there off over 20. And then let's see if this can continue to run or not. I'm just going to put this last 10 as a stop loss right under 20 for now. So I don't want to give back any profits. And 20 is trying to hold. So 20 cracks, I'm out. If it holds, we'll let this last 10 ride. Excuse me. All right, let's see. Good morning, Jose. There you go, packing the morning bowl. Add away, Jose. Start out with a little wake and bake. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, and we're still running here. We might break through 21. How much more room do we got on this thing? Break at 21. It's got room up to 22. And then 23 was that major resistance. So more than likely we may run a 23 on this. Here comes the test of 21. And looks like we're going to break 21 any second now. Boom, there we go. Nice break. Still running on this. And I'm just going to move my stop loss right up under 21 now. I'm just going to let this thing, cracks below 21, whatever, I'm out. A little bit more profit. If it keeps this momentum, holds above 21, we could see it up 23. So we are testing at 21 as support right now. $21 trying to hold. Alright, this candle pushes up green over the top of 21.50. We're going to keep running. If this drops below 21, we're going to have a pullback. Good morning, Lori Lee. Hope everybody had a great holiday weekend now that we got more people in here. Everybody enjoyed their turkey and ham or whatnot, or if you're out of the country, whatever holiday you may have celebrated, whatever you eat for that holiday. So we're starting to slowly push back to that 21.50. Alright, that candle just consolidated. Just a little indecision candle. Ooh, there we go. Starting to throw, 2050 starting to hold a support. We're about to probably explode over 22 in a second. Yep. Well, hit 22 anyway. And, oof. That was very close to breaking 22. Buyers trying to stack the bid at 22. So I'm going to move my stop loss up under 21.50 now. We're just gonna keep moving the stop loss as long as this thing's right. And there we go, over 22, straight up to 23. Now this is where it's gonna get wild at. We're either gonna break 23. Oh God, we did break 23. That was quick. Okay, so it is getting slowed down though. Maybe. I'm just going to move this. I'm going to just go ahead and move this up right under 22 now at this point. Actually, I'm going to move it up under 23. I'm going to move it at 22.58. Since we're holding above 23 pretty strong here. Oh, and we're getting halted again. All right, I'm going to take a stop loss out while this is halted. But beautiful play on ISPC. This thing just continuing to rip all the way up to that 25 just about. So getting some nice profits here. Good morning, Daniel B. STNE. Let's take a look at it. Let's see if we get a gap up. 25 is going to be really strong resistance. Let me look back on this daily chart. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this thing has not been over 25 yet. Maybe ever. Let's see. No. Yeah, this thing's never been over 25. So if it can break 25 here, we're gonna see some action. But I would it's hard to say. I want to say that 25 is going to be strong resistance, but I thought 23 was going to be strong resistance, and it just blew right through 23 like it wasn't nothing. So we'll see. Look at this 15-minute chart. Yeah, this 15-minute chart is pretty much straight up. So, yeah. And unless for some reason this gap's above 25 out of this halt, I think we're going to get hung up at 25. So I'm going to be looking to take that last bit of profit at 25. Like I said, unless it just happens to blow through it. See, PTPI getting rejected at $4. $4, tough area. STENE, you said, Lauren. This one's not doing much today. It just hit a low a year. Now, you know, I don't like this below all the EMAs. I mean, it did hit a low a year, so it is possible it could, you know, get a bounce action maybe back to 20 or something. Could be a couple of dollars in there. But this is quite a drop. 95 to 15 by the end of the year. It's a little rough. All right. Let's see. We got halted at 9:26 2 minutes ago. So we got a couple more minutes here for this gets unhalted. I'm going to stay on it. Say I went 30 shares. Well, I'll just check and see how much funds do I have left. So I still have $1,000. So I only used $500 on this trade, up 135. So I still have more funds to trade. But I'm not just gonna go around swinging my money just to do it. I want to see some more action, and I may just stay on ISPC. I may wait for ISPC to dip, look for another entry later if it gets a bounce off support somewhere. We'll see. We'll also check and see what else is going on besides ISPC, but just a beautiful place so far. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. It gets halted because there's too many orders coming in at once, and the algorithm can't keep up with it, so it triggers a halt, and then the market makers have to manually re-put in. They have to match all the orders. So when there's that many orders coming in, a lot of market orders. A lot of people like to market order right before a halt to hop in there as fast as possible, try to get that gap up out of it. But yeah, that's what's happening. There's just too much at once for the system to handle, basically. Too much buying all at once. And not enough selling, so they gotta match up. They gotta match the bids. The bids, yes, but the market orders up to the sell orders until they get them all filled correctly. So there's a bunch of different halts. This is just a circuit breaker halt. Generally, circuit breaker halts last about 5 minutes, like these last two have. A little indecision there. Let's see, we're going to push up to 25, or are we going to get stopped before 25? Oh, there we go. Straight up to 25. We're going to break. Wow. Right through 25. Right through it. Insane. Through 26. We are just ripping dollars. Halted again. Let's go. This thing is going nasty. What a Monday. What a beautiful day, guys. I love it. I love it. This is what we do it for. Halt it twice. Don't wait, sell. It's only getting halted again. Daniel B, I've already sold most of this position. I've just got 10 shares left. I'm riding out. I'm fine, buddy. Don't worry. I'll sell when it shows me some type of weakness to sell. This thing came out of that halt, had 5 seconds of indecision, and exploded again. So I'm not selling during an explosion. But yeah, most circuit breaker halts 5 minutes. Sometimes they can be 10 minutes. Sometimes they can be 15 minutes. You never really know for sure. Most of the time, the first couple of halts during the day are 5-minute halts. Like these first two were 5-minute halts on ISPC. This one may be a little bit longer. This one may be a 10-minute halt. It seems to, and I don't know exactly why that is, but it just seems to be how it is. Usually you get a couple of 5 minutes, then a 10-minute, and then if we get halted again, it could be another 10-minute or 15-minute. You really don't know when they're going to come out. There's no way to know for sure exactly what time the halt is going to undo. So that's why I always just sit here and watch it and wait for it to come out. But there's other halts too, like there's investigation halts. If there's some really sketchy stuff going on with the stock, they can halt it, and it can stay halted for months until that investigation is over with. That doesn't happen often, but when it does, you really got to be careful, because if you get caught in that halt and it's a 2 or 3 month halt and you've got your whole account in that stock, well, you're going to be sitting there holding something that you can't do anything about. And more than likely, by the time when it finally does unhalt after an investigation, it's probably going to drop because people have forgotten about it. So that is something to always keep in the back of your mind when something halts. Look over here and make sure it's just a circuit breaker. If it's just a circuit breaker, you're fine. But if you see something else, I can't remember the exact number because there's a bunch of different types of halts, but I think it's a T. Daniel B, you may know it better than me. I think it's a T13. I don't remember exactly which one it is, but something like that. Now, we are very overextended on this. We just hit a new high of year at 2640. So, with that being said, now we're going to have to look to sell this last 10 somewhere. We'll see what it does out of this halt, but you look at this 5 minute, we have went straight up from 15 to 26. So this is a $10 move so far with no pullback. So there's got to be a pullback here coming soon. Now that last halt, we did gap up a little bit. We gapped up out of that halt from 2367 to basically 24. So if we gap up similarly to that, we should gap up a little bit above 2650, unless this is a big gap up. Like if the orders that came in were so much that they had to keep filling the orders up, possible we could see a dollar gap out of the halt, possibly. But I don't know. More than likely, because the first two halts just kind of barely opened up above, I think that's what we'll see. I don't think we'll see a big gap up here. Possible, but more than likely not. Alright, so we should be, it looks like this is going to be a 10-minute halt. When did this get halted? 9:26. No. Okay, so actually it's not even saying anything about this halt yet. Oh, here we go. So we got a gap up to 27 there. A little bit of end to sit. Oh, never mind. 27.50. See, is it going to hold there? Oh, starting to get a pullback. So 25 can hold. Not looking like it. I'm going to take this 10 there, and I'll lock in 140 profit there. But like I said, it's getting too overextended. Quick little gap up, but a lot of people selling off after these profits. So I'm going to give it some time now to have a pullback. Let it do its thing. And we may look for another entry in a little bit. But very nice play. LGVN trying to come up and test that downtrend. Break a 35. That could move. TPI still nothing. Nothing on that one. Let's see if we got anything else moving. Nothing. I don't see anything else going on. So we're just going to stay on ICE SPC. Yeah, SPY still dropping. So I'm going to give this thing some time. Looks like it's trying to hold some support at like 24. But I don't want to touch it yet. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some issues with that Gazette. What the hell is her name? Justine Maxwell. Um, she's definitely that court case. They showed a drawing of. From my understanding, they're not showing the live court case, which is insane. But yeah, I mean, it's that case has been ignored by the mainstream media the whole time. But the reason why is because the mainstream media, the people who own those media companies, are probably probably customers of old Justine. Disgusting, 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 disgusting what they did. And it's even more disgusting seeing the media and politicians and stuff trying to bury it. It's a nasty world we live in. I'm going to take a quick little break here after that trade, kind of relax my brain for a minute after that. And we'll see if we can find some other trades. But, I'm good with taking this 140 today. If nothing else presents itself, I'm not going to force anything. No reason to force a trade. We're profitable. I could call it a day right now. Been trading for what? 40 minutes, so $140 in 40 minutes. It's a good day's work. But yeah, excuse me. I'm going to take a quick little break and I'll be right back. So it looks like this may actually try to run again here. Let's see if I can hold 25. Let's see this 15-minute. I'll pop another 10 real quick, and let's see if this thing can rip up again. But I don't want to risk much here in my profit, so I'm just going to go this 10 shares for now. See if 25 can hold up here. It's trying, but it is getting tested quite a bit. So that looks like at 23.50 is holding up as some support. Bam, right over 26. So that's another dollar bounce you could have got off at. Oh, right up to 27. We're going to push for a new high here. Yep, here comes the break at 27. There it is. Looks like we're getting halted again. Getting halted again. Man, this thing is money bags today. I only went 10, but that's all right. Adding a little bit more profit to the win so far. Oh yeah, Lauren. Like, if you find, I mean, it's just disgusting. That, like I said, that whole Maxwell thing, it's just disgusting. Just the whole situation. Hey, nice job, Lauren. Getting that pre-market run. Yeah, Elon Musk's daddy wasn't a great guy. That's why Elon doesn't talk to him. But I wouldn't say it's America's rich. It's the whole world. It's not just America. I guarantee there's rich people from other countries going to that island. There's a global elitist group that would be the ones doing all that. But there's a lot there's a lot of issues. There is a lot of issues, that's for sure. PTPI back up over 4, so it's trying to give it another test. But it is looking rough. Downtrending quite a bit there. See, LGVN still not able to break, but getting close. This is trying to break that downtrend. It did throw a wick over 34. But it needs to break and hold 34. Other than that, though, I am not seeing anything else going on. Burn it all, man. No, we don't need to burn it all. You know, we don't need to burn everything. We just need to continue to adopt cryptocurrencies so these idiots with the power can not have the power anymore. I've said it many times before. I keep saying it again. You take out the take the power of the currency and they don't have any more power but the power of the gun, and there's a way lot more of us than there is them with weaponry. So mainly all you got to do is just take back control of the currency. Burn it all. Do I want chili or meatballs? That's that was quite the switch. Jose's saying chili. Jose's a chili guy. I like chili. But I managed I was a general manager for a hot dog restaurant for a few years, so I ate way too much chili and hot dogs. So now I don't like chili all the time because I used to eat it all the time. Oh, what is the Viking name we're giving Justin from Cryptocurrency Mining? He loves being a Viking. He considers himself a Viking. And I'm pretty sure he's on, I don't know how seriously religious he is on the Odin Viking type of religion stuff, but he definitely will talk about Odin and all that stuff. So let's see. What's a good Viking name for him? Woo, gap up to 28.34. Let's see if we keep running here. Oh boy. Bam, up to 28.50. Over 28.50. Up to 29. Oh. Having a pullback there again. Trying to see if I want to take this little 10 here. 25.46. Okay, there we go. Trying to push back up again. And we might see the break of 29 here. Just keeps pushing towards it. I'm gonna hold this 10 shares as long as it can hold above 27.50. Well, there it goes back up over 28. It's like bouncing around between this 27.50 and 28.50 area. Trying to see if it's gonna break at 28.50. 28, really holding at some resistance. Oh, right back through it again. Okay, so 28 starting to build as support. Yep, 28. 28 trying to hold, so I'm going to put a stop loss right under 28 on this position. And if it cracks below 28, I'll be out. Okay, cracked out, so got about another $20 there. And we're going to let this thing do its thing again. And there comes the pullback again. So, and that's very nice, very nice. So we'll see if we can wait it out and see if it gets another push up. But on the 15-minute, getting this big upper wick, we still have 5 minutes for it to close though. So we don't know if it's going to continue to sell off quite yet or not. We actually have a pretty nice trend line on the 1 minute too. I'm going to go ahead and remove that line. I'm going to take this line and I'm going to make this little uptrend here. Possibly. Actually, no, this uptrend is already cracked because it would be right like that. Something like that. So it's right on that uptrend. So I'm going to take that out too. And you basically just need to see this 23.50 hold. LGVN failed. So ISPC still seems to be the only thing moving. I mean, PTPI still trying to break forward, but not able to do it yet. The fact it keeps trying, it needs to break soon. There's a bit of a triangle right here. So is this the one that was down below the... No, that one's above the EMAs. So you see this perfect little triangle. I'm actually going to go 50 shares here on this to see if it can break. Because it's really trying to push up there. ISPC still slowly falling, so we'll give that some more time. See if this can break here. And it is starting to break a little bit. Looks like we got some resistance at 415 we need to break through. There we go, through 415. And then 420, that's where we just hit, so we need to break 420. And then 425. A lot of selling at 420. $410 is kind of that support area. So I'm going to put a stop loss right up below 410 for now, just in case it comes back down on me. I won't take it. I won't give back any profits because I got those other profits. I really don't want to give back any whatsoever. And if this thing doesn't start breaking out nicely, because it is under $5, so... Pre-market high was 450. If we could get the run up to 450, I'd be all right with that profit. That'd be another little 25 bucks. I'd take that. But we got some areas to get through here. So let's go check back on ISPC. That's still coming down for now. And it is PTPI is trying to hold that 410 support area, so that's nice to see. But it does need to break these areas soon. This 14, 15. We may crack. I may get stopped out here. Yeah, I got stopped out there. So a little $2 profit. Might have had my stop loss a little too tight. But like I said, I ain't trying to give back any profits today now that I'm up. So small little win there. Let's pop back over to ISPC here. Not the win I was looking for, but it's alright. So ISPC starting to try to hold this 25 again. Held it pretty strong. This could possibly be a head and shoulders pattern on the 1 minute. Head here at 29, shoulder at 26. So we're kind of hitting at that shoulder at the moment. Starting to break at 26.50. Let's see. 1 minute. I'm going to go another 10 here because it's making a bullish engulfing candle. God, I got filled a little high over this little indecision candle. So let's see if it can try to break out some more here. And starting to test 27. Let's see if it can get it. Starting to break 27. It's trying. Coming back down a little bit. So yeah, maybe a head and shoulders. It's got to break 27.50 here real soon. Yes. Okay, so we got an indecision candle. Ooh, starting to drop down a little bit there. This thing may or may not be done. I'm going to add 10 more here. It brings me down to 26.50 because it's trying. It did try to hold at 25.50 area again, but I don't like this wick on the 5 minute. We got 2.5 minutes. This thing needs to continue to push up. We have this little downtrend that needs to break. I'm going a little concerned about this now. 26 has got to hold. Getting rejected off that trend line there. It's a little sketchy. Still holding though. Still holding 26. As long as we're holding that, we're alright. Basically, I have this little triangle here. I just now realized this is the triangle consolidation. So we hold up here and it can start to curl back up. We should get another breakout to the upside. But if we crack, we're going to come back down to 25. Let's see, we got 30 seconds on this candle to hold 26. it's going to hold it. It's really testing the support. Close to cracking. This 5-minute candle's fixing to close. It's going to be an ugly candle, but let's see on this next one. If this one pushes up, yeah, there we go. We're already starting to push up. Get off at 26. It's going to be close. This could go either way. It's starting to crack down a little bit there. Looks like we may be selling off. You see it's just barely holding this line. Alright, we're in the tip of this triangle, so on the 5-minute here. Oh, it looks like we're cracking out of the tip. Man, while I was switching that, it started cracking. I'm going to add another... Nope, I can't add another 10, so I've got all I can add. Giving back a little profits. I was going to add another 10 there at 25, because that's really where the support should hold up at, is 25. But I can't add any more. 10 days at 24.31. I'm giving too much profit back. This thing is really starting to give up. Let me look at the 15-minute. Oh yeah, this 15 minutes ugly. I shouldn't have hopped back in here. I'm gonna give this half a second to see if it's gonna pop back up over 25. And if it does, okay, there it goes. If it can't hold 25, I'm getting out. I don't want to give back more profits. Trying not to, and ISP is starting to take them back from me. It's not look good on the 15. What the hell is that line so crooked there? See here if we can get back above this 25. And we also want to be careful because as it got halted on the way up, if it starts dumping too hard, it could get halted on the way down. Struggling to get back over 25. Needs to get over it right now. Trying. Nope. See, we're testing 25 as resistance, and it's really struggling here. Very close to selling. Come on, you're trying so hard to hold. Let me look at the 5 minute. And we're starting to build back over 25, holding up that 10-day moving average on the 5 minute. See if we keep bouncing here. Go ahead and move that line. Starting to crack this 10-day moving average on the 5 minute. We're getting this. Come on. Starting to get a curl. Yeah, I'm giving back too much profits here. If it drops below 24, I'm out. We're getting buying back in here now. We're all the way back up to 25. Let's see if it breaks back over 25 here. No, still fighting with it. I don't really see anything else going on either, so. Okay, there's that selling at 25. Let's see if they get taken out or not. Come on. Where are you at, buyers? There we go. There we go. So, well, it tried to break out of that downtrend, got rejected, so we need to see it hold that downtrend break. I don't like that it threw that wick up there and it's pulled all the way back down to where it's at. Still a lot of selling in this. All right, this 1 minute candle. We do not want to see it drop below 24.23. If this candle drops below this candle, it is going to be a sell-off. This is on the 1 minute. So it's going to depend a lot on this candle. See, this candle is starting to push back up. Can we get back over 25 and hold? has another indecision on the 1 minute. So 2 indecisions in a row. We need to see some decision here. Is buyer's going to keep a hold of this, or is seller's going to take a hold of it? There we go. Another re-break at 25. Let's see if that starts holding 25 now. Ooh. That got rejected pretty hard. Very close to dropping here. Another attempt at breaking 25. Another fail. Now that wick did drop below that one, but the body's still holding up so far. Looks like we may be cracking out of this. Whoa, yeah, there comes the crack. Let's see if this pushes right back up, though. God, I've given it back up $50 in profits. Hurts my soul I've done that. It looks like it's gonna fail here. Oh. It looks like it's gonna fail, but is it gonna pull the old fast one on us here and act like it's gonna fail? Oh, buyer's still pushing it back up so far. We got 2.5 minutes on this 5-minute candle. It's really testing 24 as support. If we start getting away from 24, gotta get out. See if I can get back over 24 here and hold. But it is very close to dumping hard. If it does not pop back over 24 right in a second, then it is going to dump. I mean, we are in the tippy tip of this triangle. There's a little shot back up to 24.50. And then rejected again. Another strong rejection at that downtrend. Showing a lot of selling pressure. It's got 30 seconds on this 5-minute candle to close here. Closing right on that 10-day moving average, right on 24. All right, a little bit of buying coming back in on the last bit of that candle. Trying to get back to 25 again. And here we go, breaking back. Whoa, nice pop so far. Nice bounce all the way up to 26 there. Breaking that triangle to the upside. So very nice. It looked real sketchy. That was super sketchy through there on those 3-minute candles. But this thing's back alive now. And it may start running. Yeah, look at it here. Look at it starting to go. Bam. Up to 27. Let's see if we can break 27 and go on another move here. Woo! Boy, I was sweating on that one. Let's see, what is this little area? That's 2650. So we need to break and hold over 2650 for this to keep running. Basically, we need to pop back over 27. You can see 2650 hit that ask and then immediately push this down. So we're looking for that 2650 break, which is right around where my entry is. There we go. Starting to break 2650. Very nice. Comes a break at 27 possibly. Let's see if that 27's, oh, 2650 trying to hold a support. We did hit 27. Come on up here. And break at 27. Yep, bid's starting to stack at 27. Let's see if they can hold there. And yep, there we go. Nice. Up to 2750. Break at 2750. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's get on up that 28. So we tapped. No, we didn't even get to 28. We got close. 2784. And basically just trying to hold 27 as support now. As soon as that starts holding, we should see it pop up 28. 27 doesn't hold here, and we could have another pullback. 27 still holding though. So let's look at the 15-minute here. So, oh yeah, 15-minute is looking beautiful. 15-minute is looking absolutely beautiful. Just needs to get over 27.75. So basically break at 28, we should be off. We got 5 minutes on this 5-minute candle. I'd like to see it close over 27. We shall see. Because we're still having a lot of trouble breaking 27. Every time bids come up with 27, 27 gets taken out quick. Boom, nice pop there over 27. Uh-oh, let's see. 27.49, a lot of selling there. Okay, we're holding 27 good as support. Here's a test of 27.50 right through that. Big sellers at 27.75. They're getting taken out. Boom, right through there. 28 selling. Let's see. Come on, get that 20 back up there. Let's see them 28s get taken out. Ooh, very close. Very, very close. High day is 28.98, so there's definitely going to be a lot of selling pressure between 28, 29, and 30. Tried to give it a break there. See, I see the comments. One Life's killing it, so I have to see what he's doing. All right, let's get this 28 break and make a new high at 30. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this to push to 30. And another break through 28. 28.50 acting as some resistance. $28 starting to hold as support a little bit. Yeah, very nice. So it is really struggling to hold 28. Cracking back down to 27. Well, just to make sure that I don't give back any profits, I'm going to be smart and I'm going to put a stop. Well, damn it. I was about to put a stop loss right there. Look on this 1 hour. 607. If it can get back over 27 here, then I'll put that stop loss in. Actually, let's see. Where's the bottom of that? 26.50. Yeah, so actually, okay, 26.45. So I'm going to put that stop loss right above my entry. Because if it doesn't push back over 27 here, it's going to drop off. And looks like it may do it, but I don't want to give back any profits. So it's out of my hands now. My little sweaty, nervous hands can't make any mistakes. All right, let's see what happened with one life here. Let's see. Tree hugging berserker. Russians fight bears for fun, Lori. Russians don't care. They punch them right in the face. Lori Lee, you're talking about IBIO. So we'll check out in a second. Jose's going to get a GPU. See, I'm very close to getting stopped out here. 26.50 is still holding. Nope, they're stopped out there. So, all right. I'm done for the day. I tried to give it. I kind of got a bad entry there looking for that break. I was looking for it to hold there, but that support was down at 25. On this stupid trend line. Like, what did I draw this trend line on? I don't even know. But anyway, good ripper. I'll take that profit. PTPI not able to really break out, so a little bit of profit. But yeah, I'm pretty much done for the day. Let's see IBIO. Oh yeah, nice little cheap stock. Having quite the breakout. Got some outperform ratings, but big move there for a little cheap penny stock. Don't like the daily personally. You're running in that 85, 86 cent resistance at the 50 day. So more than likely going to get rejected there. Does have some resistance at 95 and then $1. So a lot of resistance ahead of it. 85, 95, $1. If it could break $1, it would then have room up to about $1.10. And then if it broke that, it would have room up to the 200 at 120. So, you got some 10-cent movements in there still if it can break that 50-day. But, not one of the ones. What is all these lines on this chart? Get these lines off here. There we go. All right. One Life big buyer. You brought a private jet over the weekend with a name on your side. Hot pink so everybody sees me. You'll post a pic on the website. If you got a pink private jet, I swear. Guys, is the stream working? I'm seeing. Hold on a second. What's going on here with the stream? Let me refresh this. My side is not showing the stream anymore. So you guys let me know in the chat if we're having some issues or not. But in any case, I'm about to call it a day. Not even sure if you guys are hearing me right now or not, because this is not getting much. Okay, so Lightning Rick, I do see your comment, but I cannot tell if the stream is, if like I'm coming through or not. Today's your last day for 50% off your trading course. From what I seen, Daniel B, you didn't do anything all the week last week. You didn't trade at all and missed all that money. If you're selling it for 50% off, must be because nobody's buying it. Everything good on y'all? Okay, if everything's good on y'all's side, then that's, it's just on my side. It's not showing, but I just wanted to make sure. So appreciate that, guys. Uh, but yeah, I'm almost done here. I mean, I'm out of funds at this point. Made my little profit for today. I tried to give it a couple other trades, but 160. I'll take it to start the week off. The Spies is going sideways, so I don't know what the hell is going to happen there. Whoa, we've got a new name for this thing? I thought it was NU variant. Now it's the Omicron variant? The first case. These names. Okay, there's a lot of PR I got to read here before I go. But first, it was Delta Nu. And now we have Omicron. So Delta is really funny with Delta because when Delta variant came out, Loki was out on Disney Plus, and that whole season was about the variants. So I always thought that was kind of coincidental. But then we go to the new, like the variants sound so scary. And then the Delta variant. Now we've got the Omicron variant. Or Omicron. I don't know. These names are just stupid, though. There's a live stream link to Biden if you want to probably watch him, play bingo and poop his diaper. Iran nuclear deal meeting in Vienna ends. What does that end with? Great reporting, Bloomberg. Like they ain't got nothing else other than Iran nuclear deal meeting ends. Okay. Let's see. Analyst Hogler Schmeeding says, from wave to wave, the economic damage has lessened. Yeah, I'd like to see you prove that. Omicron's variant economic impact expected to only be small. Okay. Only be small, but Hong Kong is tightening quarantine requirements. See, manufacturing output index is actually higher in November. And Texas, though, has a lot of manufacturers moving over there. Let's see. NYC Health Commissioner, mask advisory in response to Omicron variant. Blah. Pending home sales are up quite a bit. That's interesting. Italy's. Hold on a second. Let's see. Where did that go? Italy says it reported 4 Omicron. European markets rebound after South African Medical Association says that the Omicron variant appears to be mild. But then you look up one here on Bloomberg's reporting. World Health Organization tweeted earlier, we don't know yet with Omicron. So, the scary Omicron, the Omicron, is going to get us all. ISPC still climbing, actually. Still not giving back any gains so far. So you can see on the 15-minute, this consolidation that is happening in a little bit longer time period than on the 1 minute. So maybe another 15, 20, 15 to 30 minutes. This could be getting close to another pop up if it doesn't sell off. Let's see. One life, your trading course is called How to Lose Money in the Market. Tony, is there any way we can prevent a market crash? What do you mean? What do you mean we? As far as like all the retail traders, can we prevent a market crash? Yeah, we'll be right eventually. Eventually the feds will stop pumping money into the stock market and it will crash. This is what it is. As long as they're pumping money in, it'll keep going up. But you remember they announced tapering. And you look at the SPY on this yearly chart. They've announced tapering, and we're not going straight up like we were anymore. We had that little pullback with some consolidation. We had a little another pump of money, but they're probably tapering again. So we're seeing, a little pullback here. I mean, hey, by all means, do what you do. You want to stay bullish in the market, you go right ahead, One Life. You have fun with that, bud. I will continue doing what I do. And that's the SPY. Let's actually look at the Dow Jones. Matter of fact, let's pull up before we get out of here. Let's look at the indexes really quick here. So we got these are the cryptos. Let's see what top gainers we have in cryptos today. Anything? Ooh. So the crypto market. Oh, there we go. So we do have a 57% gainer in the crypto market. A rip from under $1 up over $1.80. Nice rip there. So crypto market's still looking okay. Let's check the indexes. The Dow Jones. Yeah, see, look at the Dow Jones. We had a gap down, which we've not had that big of a gap down in a while. And then it's just trying to, there's this resistance, this line right here, which is 35,000. Come on. So the Dow Jones is trying to hold up. If the Dow Jones cannot hold 35,000, we're going to drop more. If it can, we could see the market continue to push back up. But since COVID, we were going straight up, and now you're starting to see where the market is not going straight up anymore. It's kind of starting to go sideways a little bit. Did get that one last pump, but we're still, it's like that momentum is running out. And if we keep running along this 35,000 area, then of course, obviously, we're going to have some type of correction. The dollar, US dollar, still being stupid. It's still somewhat up there, but getting running into a lot of resistance at that 96. I don't see the dollar continuing to strengthen though. Really, gold still in this little triangle. Got a nice pop up out of it. Silver back down to some cheap prices in that 22.50 area. Looks like I might be grabbing me some silver for Christmas. If it drops down to 20, man, I'll be buying it up. Or even 15. If silver could ever drop back down to 15, woo boy. So then oil having a pullback as well. Interesting. So we're still kind of in this. Well, what it looks like to me, and this is probably because of all the stupid headlines that are coming out that's just confusing traders and nobody knows what's going on. It just looks like we're in a bunch of indecision across all the markets. Because none of them are really like silver's the one that's the lowest down, but I mean it's still not that low. It's just holding that 22 support. But everything just kind of going sideways right now. You look at silver since August, sideways. Gold, kind of the same thing. Just been consolidating pretty much all year. Um, Oil, just had a little pullback. So, I mean, it just seems like everybody is very indecisive. Everybody is like Karens in the baking aisle trying to decide between Pam spray or almond oil spray. That's basically what the market is. You hear me? You retail traders and the institutions, you all are Karens. Yeah, we the U.S. economy. I mean, there's not really anything anybody can do to stop the market from crashing. The Feds have the only power to try, and they're trying. That's why they've been pumping all this money in. But they've been pumping money in since 2008. So we're 13 years of money printing, pumping, and holding the stock market up. That is them trying to prevent a crash, but that does not prevent a crash. All that does is delay the crash. And that's all they keep doing is delaying it. I mean, the best way to protect yourself is, diversify, be in cryptos, be in some gold and silver, be in good stocks if you're looking for the long term, or just be a trader where you stay in cash every day, but you're constantly gaining more cash. As long as you're cash flowing with your trading more than inflation and more than taxes, and you're actually making a good profit, then you don't really care about whether the stock market crashes or not. But there's not for any human being to think that they have any type of control over a market that is based off of supply and demand is absolutely a ignorance of pride to think humans are smarter than laws of nature. Supply and demand is a law of nature. And that is going to be true no matter what. No matter how much interference there is, eventually the laws of supply and demand will catch up and you will see some type of correction. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. They've delayed it and delayed it. You can delay it, but you can't stop it. This is same, it's just not possible. Modern That's my biggest problem with modern monetary theory because it acts like humans have any control over laws of supply and demand and survival of the fittest, and that's just not true. Crow. Yeah, there's a lot going on with crypto.com. It's definitely one to keep an eye on for sure in the crypto space. Agent Trader is definitely not fired. even if he did have that. I'm just kidding. I don't know when I said the stock market will not be around in 5 years. I've never said that. A depression. Uh, like honestly, we need the economy to correct itself. The whole reason why we go into depressions and recessions, like recessions are fine, that's normal, but depressions should not happen in a free market system. But as we know, the stock market is not a free market system. When they can halt a stock, when some guy at the SEC says, hey, this stock is going too crazy, it's getting halted, we got to change it. That's not free market whatsoever. But the reason why depressions happen is because of that interference. Like the stock market, free market, supply and demand is a circle, it's a cycle. And when you've got that cycle of buyers and sellers moving prices up and down, when somebody from the government comes in and starts sticking their stupid little fingers in the cycle, in the circle, and you can laugh at that as a dirty joke as you want, if you want, but still, that circle and cycle, when they do that, that messes up the flow of the cycle. Okay, so as the cycle gets thrown out of whack, they can keep on poking at it and trying to keep the cycle to do what they want it to do. And by doing that, you don't get the nice little recessions, quick little pullbacks, just times for the economy to adjust to, a little bit of bad news, maybe a little bit of inflation, things like that. Natural things. But they don't let it happen. They continue to pump money into the cycle, so they make that cycle a bigger and bigger cycle that they're interfering with, and it makes a big bubble. Well, that's going to delay the cycle from ever hitting that recession. So it's just going to keep like, oh, we're not going in a recession. We're not going in a recession. We're not going in a recession. So all that buildup of correction makes a giant bubble. And at some point, they're going to keep doing this into that bubble and that cycle, and it's going to pop. And you're going to get more than a recession. You're going to get a recession times 10 or whatever, and that's how you get depressions. The reason we had the Great Depression in the first place was the Federal Reserve was made right before the Great Depression to help everything. And of course, as soon as they were made and started doing their policies, as soon as they started doing this to the bubble, Great Depression happens. And you go back through our American history, through our economy, it's the same thing. Every time they mess with the free market, every time they mess with the supply and demand, they screw it up because human beings cannot control laws of nature. It's idiotic pride to think that you can do that. No matter how powerful and how much money you got, doesn't matter. Supply and demand, it's a law of nature, and nobody is bigger than it. So, that's the... Exactly. Life is a triangle. Or a triangle. Life is a triangle. It's not triangle or circle. It's both. It's a triangle. That, Daniel B., is called Austrian economics. And it's not really a theory, considering that all the historic proof is there. It's not a theory that law supply... Okay, so here's how I can prove to you that supply and demand is a law of nature. It's a function of nature. Take human beings out of the equation. If a lion is by himself, he's out in the safari or wherever he's at in the jungle, and there's one antelope, right? Well, the antelope is the supply, the lion is the demand. The lion is hungry. He has a demand for food. So his food supply is the antelope. If there's one antelope, He's going to go kill that antelope, and the next day he'll wait till another antelope comes. Now, if there's one lion and there's 10 antelopes, well, he doesn't have to hardly put any effort in, right? There's 10 antelopes. He can just find the one with a cracked leg or a bum knee. He can kill that antelope and eat it. So the supply of antelopes is outweighing the demand. So those antelopes are not a big deal. He's not starving to death. It doesn't cost much for him to go catch one of those. Now, money doesn't exist in the animal kingdom, but what does? Energy, time, things like that. So for him to go and kill an antelope is going to cost energy and time. And, maybe if it gets crazier, say there's 2 lions now and there's only 1 antelope, well, now you have twice the demand for that 1 antelope. So because there's only 2 lions and they both have that same demand for that 1 antelope, they're going to fight each other. That's really going to cost. Low supply, high demand, those lions are going to have to fight it out. They're going to get clawed, they're going to get bit, they might even get killed. So you have to have the laws, you have to have, sorry, I got distracted. But anyway, point is, did I say an envelope? Antelope, not an envelope or an envelope, but an antelope. Yeah, antelope. But yeah, anyway. So that supply and demand exists in nature. You take money out of it, you take economies out of it, it's a law of nature. It's not anything to do with humans. And that's why I say it's pure idiotic pride to think that as humans we have any control over the natural law of supply and demand. So it's not even a theory. There's no theory to what I'm saying. It's just what it is. Envelope. Yeah, I know the government says that they aren't going to pop the bubble. They're going to slowly ease the air out. But they say a lot of things. There you go. There you go, Lauren. Well, Daniel B., I don't know. I mean, you can say that's their theories, Friedman and Smith and Hayek, but it's not a theory to state. Like, a theory is something that you think about and you come up with, and you have to prove it. I don't have to prove the law of nature of supply and demand. I just gave you one example of lions. I could literally sit here all day and go through thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of different types of animal ecosystems and how supply and demand is in those ecosystems. So I have the whole entire earth and planet to prove that theory. It's not a theory when it is in fact around you all the time, and there's thousands of examples. This is an objective statement. It's not my opinion that there's a law of supply and demand. That's not my opinion at all. It exists, right? It's just one of those things that exist. But anyway, Orlando, what's up, buddy? I didn't even see you pop in the chat here. It's another, yeah, it could be a possible another play on ISPC getting here. But another example, Daniel B., if you want another one, the bears have to hibernate in the winter. Why? Because there's no food supply. So they hibernate, that's their cost. If they can go out and find any food supply, it's very scarce. So they're going to be fighting with each other. So the demand is high, the supply is low in the winter. They're better off just to go hibernate. As soon as they wake up, guess what? All the other animals are out and about. The salmons are in the stream in the spring. They've got plenty of supply. The bears eat it all up. It's everywhere in nature. You can literally sit there and think of every single ecosystem, and you will see supply and demand in those ecosystems. Yeah, well, 1,000 to 1,500 a day, depending. But I'm going to call it a day, guys. I'm getting hungry. We're already at 11 o'clock. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and get those in. We'll give the stream about 5 more minutes here. Go through a couple of other of these plays, see if anything's happening. So, possibly getting a... yeah, nice triangle. Possibly could try to break out, but still got a little ways away from being able to. And that's selling off. The FRW, nothing. XRP selling off. And SPY rebounding some. Interesting. But other than that, really not much going on other than ISPC and PTPI for plays at the moment. Just got a text for a 29 buck trading class. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, Orlando. That's the problem, and that's why, I don't like trading them under $5 anymore because they just don't get the big rips. They don't get the dollar rips. We want $2-3 rips at least. How did I know to get an ISPC? Well, it was on my watch list from last week because it kept running. I mean, it's been hot. The last few days. So this morning, it had that gap down. It was down, but I was looking at it for that triangle break. But it was right here. So you had that support right at 1450. So there's that triangle. So it looked like it was going to sell off, push back up. It was a little wild there, but that's why I don't touch them the first 30 minutes of the market. Having a pullback, but held that 1450 support and then started breaking this downtrend. So started breaking up out of this triangle. So I was looking for that triangle break, and we got it. And continued to get a nice rip. But yeah, it was hot from last week. It's got volume, it's low float. You can see that this is what I traded Friday and made a profit. So it's still hot, been uptrending. It's just running off of its previous catalyst from last week as well. And still could possibly be a bounce right here off of this 24 area back to the top of the triangle if it doesn't crack. Although on this 15-minute does look, or on the 5-minute does look like pull this back here. Kind of looks like almost a McDonald's arch. You see there, almost like a double top. But when I see like McDonald's arches, it makes me nervous because usually it's basically the way this pattern is. I mean, you can spot it as a McDonald's arch, but you get a lot of buying pushing it up, and then you get a rejection somewhere. Of course, this was high a year. And then you get another bounce back up to that same area, but then push back down. So this selling pressure pushing these pops all the way back down, making this McDonald's arch. If it drops below the bottom of this little candle here, this 2357, then it would fill out this arch, and then we would see a pullback. Now it is in a triangle, so it could bounce here. And then if it bounces here and gets up to like over 25, then it won't be so much of this McDonald arch anymore. But I don't like these McDonald arches when I see them. Because then we look at the 15 minute here. Yeah, you can see on this 15 minute here where the McDonald's arches make like a curl. So it's that bent fishing rod pattern just about as well. It's a little ways off the 10-day. You don't trade. One life, you're talking about a bunch of crazy stuff. All right. Well, guys, it's been a pretty decent trading day for this Money Monday. Good job to anybody who made some profits out of these plays. There's only really ISPCs basically the only play, but good job if you made some profits. We will be back tomorrow morning for some more live stream trading, and then we'll be back a little bit on the crypto channel here in 4:30 Central for the live crypto update and maybe some live crypto trading there. If you haven't yet, go sign up for frameworkfortune.com. It is free. And if you didn't see the video with Justin from Crypto Quarry Mining yesterday here on the Framework Fortune home channel, go check that out, as he is going to be a big part of the Framework Fortune community. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.